What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Waven, and today I wanted us to talk about something really quick. I just saw a video on this channel called Truly. It's talking about apparently it's called domestic discipline, more like domestic violence, but okay. I was very confused about what that is, and then I went on the internet because why not go on Google? And Miss Google told me domestic discipline is any physical, sexual, or psychological abuse that people use against a former or current intimate partner. It refers to a number of criminal behaviors: assault and battery, sexual assault, stalking, harassment, violation of a civil restraining order, homicide, and other offenses. So, CDC, as I found on this article that Kurt Williams wrote, it's an article from 2017. He wrote about domestic discipline, which is actually Christian domestic discipline. And he wrote Christian in what are these called again? Dumb. And CDC, according to Christianity and Domestic Violence Wikipedia, promotes spanking of wives by their husbands as a form of punishment. While its advocates rely on biblical interpretations to support the practice, advocates for victims of domestic violence describe CDC as a form of abuse and controlling behavior. This guy talks about how he grew up in an environment where his father abused his mother, and he talks about that. But then he brings up the CDC, which is Christian domestic discipline, and he's like trying to show that when you research and you go through like the Facebook group chats and stuff, they talk about CDC as CDD as a form of discipline and not abuse. To me, it sounds the same because both are beating and hurting someone physically. So I don't know about that one, Chief. Okay. A domestic discipline marriage is one in which one partner is given authority over the other and has the means to back up that authority, usually by spanking. The application and practice of DD is in each marriage is as unique as the individuals who make up that marriage. So it talks about how the husband is the head of the house, and the wife has to be submissive and do as she is told. If not so, she will be spanked. So I wanted us to get into the video that actually brought me into this whole situation, that actually made me research this and want to find out more about this, because I was just like, it has to be these two people. Nope. You will be wrong if you thought that, because you will be stupid just like me. Let's just get into it. Honestly, there's nothing to say.
This is Brandy. She fell in love with Lazarus.
We have been together for 15 years.
We're happier than we have ever been.
But this couple's secret to a successful marriage is not what you might expect.
We have been practicing domestic discipline for roughly 10 years.
I think you said you only use your hand. That's not true.
Why is he lying about only using his hand? I mean, his hand. That's weird, because I mean, you're not abusing your wife. Then why are you lying about it?
People can say, oh, you're abusing your wife, I'm calling the cops. We get a lot of, the woman is brainwashed.
What do you guys think? Do you think that she is brainwashed? Or what? Because I wouldn't do this. My mom doesn't even spank me, my guy. Who do you think you are? You know what I mean? Like, who do you think you are that you think you could just spank me? And to say that it is not domestic violence.
I love everything about my wife.
He is very, very loving. Like he's sensitive and caring and just loving in general.
And abusive.
We have been practicing domestic discipline for roughly 10 years.
A domestic discipline relationship is a dynamic between two consenting adults where you have a dominant and a submissive. The dominant is usually referred to as the HOH, which is head of household. The submissive is referred to as a sub or a TIH, which means taken in hand. The dominant sets rules and expectations for the submissive to live by, and there are consequences for not following the rules or not meeting those expectations. The 4Ds are danger, disobedience, disrespect, and dishonesty.
You know he probably spanked her because she didn't. She forgot the last D, so. Now I'm just playing, y'all. There is also in the article, Kurt Williams also speaks about the 4Ds. I will be putting them on screen so that you can see. I'll also be linking down the article that I read in the description so that you can be able to check it out yourself. It's really long. So, be prepared for that. It is a pretty good article. He speaks a lot about this and just like the whole thing. So, check it out.
Following up on consequences being broken under the 4Ds, it could be from spanking or writing lines, corner time, or just a stern lecture.
It depends on which rule you broke. They all suck.
They all suck, but you keep doing it though. You can't say it sucks and then be like, yeah, he still spanks me or whatever. It don't make sense.
So I asked her to write a line stating that being submissive is important.
It was being submissive is very important. It's a unique quality to have. I will be submissive at all times to my HOH. And I had to write 10 pages worth.
10 pages.
Why? What do you get out of it? The writing of the lines, is that like part of the punishment? Because I thought theirs was like corporal. Because in the article, Kurt speaks about the marriages that are non-corporal where you write lines. Is theirs like both corporal and non-corporal, or is it just, why is she writing the lines? For what reason? If not punishment, for what? Because it's clearly not for her satisfaction, not for her amusement. Is it for his? Because he can tell her to do that, so she has to.
I don't find writing lines as demeaning. It's, I guess, just like any other consequence. It's not fun. It's tedious and it sucks, but that's about it.
So it is a consequence. It is something. She did something. She broke the rules, or one of the rule, in order for her to have done this. She would have had to break the rules. She says that it's not demeaning, but I'm not sure about that, because how is it not demeaning? Because you're being treated like a child. We used to do this in primary when we would be disrespectful to the teacher or say some dumb disrespectful things. Like in class, we were told to write lines. Like, I will not be disrespectful in class, or I will not come late to school when you are late, or I will not come late to class if you're late. That's what we used to do. It's definitely not fun having to write a whole page full of these, or 2 pages, let alone 10 pages. God damn. In school, you would have had to do something incredibly crazy for you to write 10 pages. Like, Jesus Christ.
Daily household chores would be dishes, cleaning the kitchen, doing the floors, double checking the bathrooms, make sure they don't need to be deep cleaned. That needs to be in the trash can. Dining room table, our bedroom, and usually
Why do they need so much toilet paper? What are they doing? God. They have a lot of stuff. Like, look at the detergents. That's a lot. Maybe they like do like extreme couponing type shit. Maybe that's what they're doing. Excuse my language.
I do all of the cooking unless it's grilling. He does the grilling.
Because he's a man.
You might be surprised to learn that the idea for this relationship structure didn't come from Lazarus.
So she came up with the idea of being spanked. Then why she keeps acting like it's not fun? She should enjoy it. If you bring up what? I don't know how to feel at this point because I thought that he was the one that, you know what I mean? But then she was like, spank me because it's in the Bible or whatever. Their relationship was clearly fine or something, right? Their marriage. Then, because they don't say that the reason why they started this DD thing is because of their marriage like failing or whatever. They I don't understand.
When Brandy first brought DD lifestyle to my attention, I felt kind of awkward. I didn't really understand why.
I kept getting a book recommendation for a book called Spank Your Spouse, Avoid Divorce. A lot of it surprisingly made sense, so I just decided to bring it up to him.
How did it make sense? I don't understand. Maybe in their heads it made sense. Maybe it made sense to her. And maybe the way she explained it to her husband, maybe it made sense to him also. I don't know, dude.
It was my idea, and I had to convince him to do it.
There has to be something wrong up here. One for her, of course, but for this man to be convinced to spank his wife, he definitely was sexist. You can't just be like chilling one day doing your non-sexist stuff, and then your wife is just like, "Hey, do you want to spank me because it's in the Bible or because I read it in a book?" What? No. Why? I don't know, but no. I don't want to spank you. Please. Okay, fine.
Okay, domestic discipline and BDSM are different because in BDSM, there's an enjoyment factor. Either you enjoy getting spanked or you enjoy spanking somebody. I don't enjoy being spanked. He doesn't enjoy doing it.
If you don't enjoy it, then why are you doing it? The both of you seem to not be enjoying it. This guy seems like he has been going through life. And she keeps saying, "I don't like it. It's not fun." But why not stop it then? What is the purpose of doing something that you don't like that is physically hurting you? And maybe even up here, mentally changing your mental because it's effing you up. Now, what if you do divorce? Because spanking your wife doesn't guarantee that you're not gonna get divorced. What happens when you get divorced and you marry someone else? Are you gonna tell them that they need to spank you in order for you to not get divorced? And then it's gonna be like, how? Because what example are you setting for your kids? What example are you setting for your kids? What you're telling your daughter is that she should be able to accept when she's being spanked or hit or being beat up by her husband because it's what is supposed to happen. You know what I mean? And what you're telling the boys is that it's okay for this to happen. It's okay for them to do it to their wives. That's what you're telling your kids. Is this the example you want to set for your kids? Is this the role models that you want to be for your kids? This is not okay. This is not okay. Because what's going to happen is they're going to get married and they're going to tell their wives that they want to do this, and their wives is going to be like, no. And then they're going to do it by force because they believe that this is what is supposed to happen. And the girl, when she gets rid of, she's going to be like, oh, maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe this is how it's supposed to happen because my mom was in a marriage where she was being spanked, but not for breaking the rules. So this is what is supposed to happen to me, which is not okay.
Our kids pretty much know everything about domestic discipline, more so than the people who be writing the negative articles about it. Our kids know pretty much all the ins and outs of it.
And I'm 13 years old. I understand quite a bit about domestic discipline. I mean, there may be some things that people find iffy with the rules and how they have set, but I don't think anything is too crazy.
You see? You see what I was talking about? She sees nothing wrong with this. It's crazy, baby. It's crazy. It's wild.
Like, they're aware of the lifestyle, but they know it's a choice, and they know it's not something that they need to do unless they just decide it's what they want to do.
No. You shouldn't even be. If you're going to do this, do it on your own. Don't show the kids what you're doing, because it's not okay.
I would not have a similar relationship to my parents, as I just don't believe it would suit the type of person that I am.
It's not for everybody.
For everybody, that is true.
I think the ends justify the means because we're happier than we have ever been. We get along better than most couples. I don't think we could be happy without it anymore. It is our life, basically. You'd be amazed at how many people actually live this way.
I don't know, y'all. I don't know how to feel about this. Actually, I know how to feel about it. I feel very disgusted. I feel a bit angry, I guess. But there's nothing you can do. If it's something that they both want, I would understand. If it's something that the wife did not want and the husband is kind of like pushing, then I would understand. But I don't know, because it's not okay. It's not okay, and especially for the kids that have to grow up in this household where this is happening, it's not okay. It's definitely not okay. So tell me what you feel down below, because it's very sad that we live in the time where sexism and CDD still exists, because it's not okay, you know what I mean? It's sad that we have to go through this as women, especially because traditionally and growing up we're told that a woman is supposed to do what the husband says. If the husband says cook, clean, nurse the kids or whatever, that's what you're supposed to do, take care of the kids, you know what I mean? But you're not supposed to work and all that other stuff. So it's weird when you have to see um that being switched, where the woman is like, you're supposed to spank me because this is how it's supposed to be done. You're supposed to punish me when I break the rules because that's how it's supposed to be, you know what I mean? So it's crazy. It's honestly crazy. And the husband, I don't know, maybe you guys see something different, see it differently than how I see it, but he doesn't look like he's okay with it. It doesn't seem like he's okay with it. So it's kind of crazy, because if he is not okay with it, then he can just stop it. You know what I mean? If she wasn't okay with it, there was no way for her to stop it other than to leave the marriage. But if it's him, he's the one that's doing the spanking, so he has the upper hand. He can stop it when he wants to. He should have not even began with it, because he doesn't seem to be okay with it. You know what I mean? But anyway, y'all, tell me what you think about this whole thing, this whole CDD thing, down in the comments below. Make sure you do like this video, it helps me a lot. And please subscribe. Thank you for 6 subscribers. I'm so excited. I gained like 6 subscribers in like a month, you know what I mean? It's crazy to me. So thank you very much to the 6 people that have subscribed. And if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed, please make sure that you do subscribe to my channel. It's fun. Not all the time we do heavy videos like this. We also do very fun videos. So make sure that you do sub to the channel. Share it with your friends, share it with your family. Watch it together, you know what I mean? Hit the notice bell, please. Thank you. Check out my Instagram at WaybayWavin and my Twitter also at WaybayWavin. Check me out on Snapchat. I am also WaybayWavin on there. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. My name is Wavin, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.